Okay, there we go. That took a while to hit work. Hello. We're back.
Hello.
Just the three of us or four of us for right now. Lex might show up. I don't really know yet. They also might not because they're being an adult. I don't have any announcements. Yet. Maybe not. I don't know. What year is it?
Year of our Lord 2025.
Already? Wow.
Crazy. Do we have flying cars yet?
Sort of.
Yeah. If you drive them fast enough and hit the right ramp.
Also, there's the video of a car that can fly, but it's weird. Kate, you want to talk about anything?
Yeah, you can check out my Redbubble shop for a bunch of funky little art things. Justin's been banned, that's why he's not happy about it.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't like to support independent artists.
No, not at all.
That's a joke,
Justin,
by the way.
Justin hates independent artists.
I do.
Fully AI supporter over here.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that.
Nothing I say is true.
Finally, he can admit it.
He can finally admit it. The truth is out. All will be revealed. Yeah. Welcome to the Twilight Zone.
Truth is out there.
That's
X-Files.
That's X-Files.
I haven't seen either.
That's before. I mean, those are before Kate's time, technically.
Yeah.
Well, okay, Twilight Zone was before
I
everyone's
was-
time.
Yeah, but I was too young to watch X-Files when it was coming out.
It was good. Anyways, continue, Kate.
Yeah, go check out my Redbubble. Link is in the description of the VOD. Yeah.
Oh. Speaking of
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, my mom was 2 years old when the Twilight Zone first, so it's. Is he frozen, or
I am
just
frozen.
staring at me like that?
I am
Oh,
frozen.
there we go.
Someone on the wings. Dang.
I'm gonna quickly swap over my internet.
Don't start with that Sarah McLachlan shit. Don't.
Oh no, we
don't
can't.
do it.
We can't because you can only have a certain amount of time. That's all it's got to be.
Yep, we're done. So I froze. If you want to fall, speaking of Twilight Zone, if you want to fall into a deep rabbit hole, look up some sad stuff about the movie that got made. Anyways,
should I just look up some sad stuff about the movie that got made? Is that what I'm looking up?
Lead actor and someone got decapitated.
Jesus.
So.
Brutal.
And I was just talking about X-Files, and Twilight Zone makes you want to do like a silly little like mini series on here that's just basically Control. Anyways,
don't.
Do you know how fun that would be? Do you know how fun
that game?
Would be,
that is my second favorite game of all time.
It's so good. Do you know how fun that would be though? Oh,
that game helped me realize that aesthetic is like one of my like genre is like one of my favorite things.
Maybe we'll do that sometime. No more D&D. We're just gonna do that. Anyways, oh god, I want to do it so bad though.
Listen, I don't know what it is, but you guys are so excited about it. I want to.
It's like it's a game that like it fits in that kind of that like X-Files genre of like office, paranormal office world, like
liminal spaces.
Backrooms. Yeah, like Backrooms kind of fits in that too.
It's great.
So
there's like
so
possessed
good.
Toasters and stuff. It's a lot of fun.
I'm feeling Stanley Parable right now from your description.
Yeah.
Very like Stanley Parable,
kinda,
Portal, weirdness. It's really fun.
Yeah,
you should play it if you like video games.
But like supernatural more than sci-fi. Yeah,
it takes place. Control also takes place in the same universe as Alan Wake. Anyways, we're just gonna do that at some point. I think now I've decided. Yeah. Anyways, I'll start drafting stuff up. Anyways, last we left off, no Garrett, no Lex. Caleb's here. I almost said no Caleb. Caleb's right there. Last we left off, you all fought an Alhoon, an undead mind flayer, in the headquarters of a smuggling sort of base. And, it went as expected. It went well. Everyone killed. It got killed. It tried to dominate Tero, but it seemed like something didn't want that to happen. Some chains wrapped around it briefly, and
It didn't
did
work.
some
It
stuff.
still managed to dominate him, but then somebody else stabbed it and distracted it, and then immediately killed it.
Yeah, so it's all fine. But it seems like something that didn't want Tero to be dominated by an undead Mind Flayer thing. Who knows? After defeating it, the members of the smugglers, squatters' rights, smuggling group, basically said they're going to blow this place up because it's been compromised by Mind Flayers. And you all debated whether to go down through the breaches the Mind Flayers came up, eventually agreeing not to after Tero did some reconnaissance with his spiders and saw a bunch of weird floating brains down there that seemed to like work like sentries and be really weird. So you all left and decided that instead of possibly going somewhere where death would certainly find you, most likely, who knows? You decided
Certainly, most likely find us.
who knows? You decided to instead explore more of the city above.
As opposed to the city below.
The city below.
What's
longer-
that?
Yeah, no longer canon. Who knows? For a bunch of reasons. Yep. So, you've all stepped into the night of Volkil. The clock tower in the city square in the distance displays that it is around 8:30 p.m. So the rest of the night is yours. It's a very kind of Victorian-esque city, very cramped, narrow streets. Kind of tall Victorian buildings, big old tall clock tower that's illuminated, where Tero had climbed up earlier in the night to distribute some paperwork.
Totally didn't. Don't know what you're talking about. No one knows about that.
No one knows about that. In the distance, you can kind of see this massive perimeter wall in the city as well, where Tero would know the Baron's estate lies. Barrow Tero. Baron Philomen Uthred. Yeah, the night is yours. Whatever you want to do in the city. People are kind of just shambling around, looking like it's getting to the point where people are going to start to retire for the evening to get out of the cold.
We probably do want to find a place to sleep.
Yeah, I'd like somewhere to just, go nat-nat, remembering that I am poisoned and have 7 hit points.
Well, you're drunk, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah.
All right, man. Shoot, let's go find a place. You guys think? Give me a second. Let me step into my mind palace and remember the places that we had. There was.
You would all know this is a hub of commerce. It's unsympathetic to outsiders. Visitors are charged exorbitant prices for the most basics of goods. Locals are deeply superstitious. Yes.
It feels counterproductive to commerce then. Like, isn't the whole point of commerce to have
Well,
a bunch of people come into the city?
people come into the city, they just get charged a lot of money.
It feels like it discourages more people come in.
Could I try to remember the place where Sumaji and I might have stayed last time we were here before we got arrested?
Yeah, what's it called?
Shit.
It's called shit? Oh, shit.
No.
It's called shit.
It's called, the Boar's Tusk.
The Boar's Tusk.
Called the Boar's Tusk.
Okay. You can probably lead the group to the very cheap.
I'm like, I think Abe was like carrying me piggyback to get me out of the
Yes.
fucking Hall of Traps.
'Cause you were all,
so
like,
I'm just like
you're covered in third-degree
like
burns
trying to
from the-
steer. Yeah, I've got my hood up and I'm just steering Abe down the dark streets towards the
Okay.
tavern
Yeah, you can-
inn we stayed in.
Yeah, like a really shabby, ramshackle inn where all the poor people of Volkil tend to stay. Because the city is very much, they very much sequester the poors away from the rich people.
Okay.
So you'd be passing by the cremation pits, where they've been burning all of the sick people who have died. So you all kind of pass by this large open area where they're just piling up bodies and just burning them in these huge, like 20-foot deep pits of just burning corpses. And you're currently kind of passing by. That area is off limits. The worms told you that when you came into the city. So you're currently passing by just a bunch of people cooking. Essentially.
Before we go into the inn, I'm gonna cast Alter Self on myself. I'm gonna use Subtle Spell so that the innkeeper doesn't recognize me.
Perfect. Cool. You'd pass by a few wanted posters, again, just to remind everyone that Tero is wanted here. These look recent because, well, bodies were never found, and...
What a freak.
Sorry, you paused. You froze, you went, these look recent because...
Oh. Sorry.
It's like, so
No, it was
suspenseful.
perfect. It was, I was like, that's a really good freeze. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, my internet sucks.
I'm already...
Yeah, wanted posters of Tero are everywhere, and if I recall, I said wanted dead. 100 platinum. 150 platinum.
Yeah. Tero is going to be like, maybe y'all should get a room at the inn and then just like leave a window open for me to climb in through so I don't come in the front door.
Yeah, it's probably best.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, sorry, I don't... Hold on. Let me think. Well, shoot. No, you stick with us. Hold on. And put his hand on his shoulder.
Did anyone remember if Abraham cast any spells during the combat? Man, my internet is pooping the bed.
I don't remember. I'm trying to think. I don't remember.
I think he just used a mind, like one of his mind flayer things. I don't think.
Because he was also stunned for a bit of it too, right?
Oh, right.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think he
cool.
lost.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
no spell slots are marked off, so I can't remember.
I just used my last second level spell slot of the day to cast invisibility.
Okay.
All right.
So that, yeah.
So,
Up to it.
Samira, you guide everybody to the Boar's Tusk. This kind of ramshackle, a bit of a grimy, rundown inn. Basically a block away from where they're burning all these corpses, so the smell of the corpses is like cooking corpses is actually like drifting into the tavern a little bit. And inside the tavern, they're kind of like trying to burn like herbs and stuff and incense to kind of not make it stink so much. You enter with the invisible Tero, and the smell is it's like incense trying to cover up something else. It's like when high school kids are smoking weed in their parents' house, they're trying to hide the smell with incense. And behind the counter is this really like sallow-faced human man. Looks like he's not slept in a few days. Just looks real bug-eyed, and he's like, "Oh, customers, hello, welcome to the Boar's Tusk. Ignore the smell."
It will be hard to do so, but we will try our best. How many rooms do you have available for this evening?
All of them. People tend not to sleep here too much, with all the corpse burning going on.
Okay, and are we allowed to close a window?
I would recommend it.
Great. We are going to need... Do y'all want to, like... Y'all want to, like, double up, or what's the deal? Y'all want your own rooms?
Yeah.
I don't mind sharing with Crearyn for a night. If it'll save us some change.
Well, let's figure it out. My good man, what would be... Would you cause a stink about giving us... how much would it set us back to get 4 rooms?
4 silver?
4 silver? Okay.
The exorbitant extortion prices are offset by the fact that this place is next to the corpse pits.
And this is also the shitty poor people tavern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the floor is just basically straw.
Mm-hmm.
Dirt.
And dirt.
Straw
yeah.
and dirt. Unpacked
Peanut
dirt,
shells. All right.
There's definitely a draft. Like some of the wood on the walls, there's gaps, and the breeze just kind of comes through. Hence the stench.
Okay. Well, what's that bottle of brown?
Huh? What?
I said, what's that bottle of brown you got behind you there? What's
I'm
that?
colorblind. What?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Which
You
one?
can't see brown.
There is a bottle behind you. That one over your right shoulder, not the thin one, but the one next to it that looks like it's made out of sturdy glass.
Oh. Yeah. Portobello brandy.
Oh, that sounds like a full-on nightmare, but I think it will make. Does it got a good stink to it? Maybe it could possibly outlast this stink.
Ugh. Smells like my granddad's flip-flops.
Better than burnt bodies.
Just barely. All right, so I'll take that bottle.
On the house. Nobody else wants it. I'm trying to get rid of it.
Well, then, what a delicious treat for me. All right, I'll go ahead and I'll just give you 1 gold for the rooms.
Oh,
We
thank you
don't-
kindly.
But if you could make sure, we kind of want to make this a private party. We
Oh,
don't.
of course. People come here all the time for private affairs. There's a guy that comes here all the time with a goat. I don't ask any questions.
Well, if you could, continue to not ask questions, there'd be another gold coin when we leave for you.
I just don't make too much noise.
All right, cool. So we'll take the keys for 4 rooms, and we'll go and
Perfect.
enjoy disgusting bottle of brown.
Enjoy.
All right.
And I would advise to avoid the last 4 rooms on the left. They're the ones that get the most stink and draft.
Well, we will take the keys to the 4 on the right, please.
Yep. That'll leave the other 4 on the left.
Great. We will take the 4 on the right.
There's like a head of a weird animal that nobody recognizes. It's like a mix between a camel and a giraffe and a hairless animal. Just a hairless camel-like giraffe with like a long rabbit-like ears just kind of mounted over the fireplace. It looks like it's rotting. There's like, you can kind of see like maggots kind of in the head on the wall.
They didn't dry it out. They didn't.
No, they definitely didn't taxidermy it well. There's still bits in there. Like you walk by, you can still see some like tissue in there that's gone bad.
All right, to the rooms.
You walk up the stairs. One of the middle step on the stairs as you go up. Samira, you remember that the middle step going up is a little waterlogged and wood rot, and it kind of it's a little squishy to step on.
Yeah, I just tell Abe to hey, skip this next step.
He does.
Tero will also skip it as the one trying not to be heard. But also, Tero is I forgot to mention this. It doesn't really matter, but whenever this is gonna be his general MO. Whenever we are places where he's trying to be invisible and avoid detection, he's gonna be walking on the ceiling.
Perfect.
So that way he's just does not risk running into people or tripping over stuff. And if there's a sound, it sounds like there's someone upstairs, not someone on the ceiling.
Perfect.
Because if you heard a sound from above you, you would not think there's someone on the ceiling. You'd think there's,
Yeah.
you think there's someone upstairs.
Okay. So you tell Abe and people avoid the mush step. And you get to the top floor. 3 of the windows that bring in whatever light can come in are broken and boarded up. There's still glass shards that have been all around the floor that just have never been swept up. And they've been there for a while. Samira, those glass shards were on the floor the last time you were here.
Why don't y'all go ahead and I start.
You occasionally see a rat scurry by, just like.
I'm gonna start picking up the glass shards.
Okay.
I'd like to get them together as best as I can.
Absolutely.
And take the boards off and start casting mending.
Sure.
Y'all go ahead.
Guys, are we gonna turn this place around? Are we gonna home improvement this place?
That's gonna become yours. Oh. Dun, 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 dun. So you start gathering up you can start repairing the window.
Yeah, I just want to repair the window so there's a little more light in here for us.
Behind one of the closed doors at the far end, you do hear commotion. Just some guy just. Yeah, just a.
Is it one of the rooms on the left?
Yeah, one of the far rooms on the left. Just a.
Damn.
You're one of the fur rooms on the left.
The door opens and you see walking down the corridor is just a satyr.
Oh, okay.
Ugh.
It's a little more socially acceptable.
He's like 4 feet tall, just like the biggest pot belly. Just just rubbing it and scratching it, looking at Scooch.
Hey, man, what's up?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Right on, man.
2 gold, you can find out.
No. No. I'm good.
Don't recognize you. He's like picking his belly button, like pulling the gunk out. So
sniffing it.
Yeah, he sniffs it. What's your name?
I'm Brian.
Hey, Brian. Oh, fixing the window.
Yup.
Thank God, fucking the goose pimples that get on my ass from that breeze. Woo!
Yep. So you, come here often?
Every night. I live here,
So
technically.
You live here. Okay.
Oh, yeah, man. Cheaper than owning a home.
And that, the taxes. Oof.
Don't pay them.
Right on.
You come here often? Don't recognize you.
Same. Don't recognize you either. No, I don't come here often. I'm kind of just.
You alone?
I'm good.
What do you mean?
I'll be honest. I feel like I'm.
I
You're
feel like you're coming on to me.
No.
You're not?
No, I'm sure you seem nice. You seem real nice, but I'm not seeking.
Oh. My apologies. Nice to meet you, Brian.
Okay.
And just goes back into his room and closes the door. Fucking heard a commotion outside. I don't know what the fuck that was. Weirdo.
Putting the window together more.
Yeah, there's a weird guy outside just fixing the window.
Go in and knock on the first door that I know is one of ours.
I open it.
Okay.
Hey.
Everything okay?
If the satyr asks, my name is Brian.
Okay.
I panicked. I didn't want to give him my real name.
Fair. You could have
looked at
said
me-
Blanche.
Fuck.
Would have been one less name for us to remember.
Fuck.
Shit.
I panicked. I never panic.
Are you sure?
Contact with me. He's making eye contact with me.
You want to come in,
Knuckles.
Scooch? You want to come in, Brian?
No. He got 2 knuckles deep. I gotta tell everyone I'm Brian.
You got 2 knuckles deep?
2 knuckles.
Full 2 knuckles. You sure?
Yeah.
Physically? Out in the hallway?
2 knuckles deep into his belly button.
What?
You think
What
I was taking
belly
his
button?
knuckle? God damn, fuck you. Go to the next door.
What?
Okay, tell Crearyn. Alright.
Let's say the next door is
Yeah, I
whoever
guess.
it wants to be.
Yeah, I
I'm trying to think who Tero is rooming with.
Yeah.
Abe or Crearyn. Or Samira.
Or Scooch. It really
Or
doesn't.
Scooch.
I don't think anybody really has any compunction.
Concerning question.
Yeah.
But of those, Scooch sleeps, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
Tero's rooming with Scooch.
I think everybody sleeps except for Samira and Crearyn.
And,
Okay.
And no. So then
Does Abe
actually-
sleep?
Yeah.
that means
Okay.
Abe sleeps. Yeah. So me and Abe are the only ones who sleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
He just spends all night playing with his paints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay then. Go in.
So Crearyn and
I go into a room.
Scooch
I
and
go into
Tero
a
are-
room that I think is empty.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Go. Ahem. Ollie Oxenfree.
Hello.
Okay. If you see Goatman, I'm Brian. Screwed up. Should have just said I was Blanche. Scared me. 2 knuckles deep in that belly button.
I
Yeah.
know, I was there the whole time.
What? Shit. Fuck, you saw me panic.
Tero could
God
kill
damn
him.
it.
All you had to do when he turned away was just do this motion, and I would have killed him for you.
Oh, I
Do you
don't-
want me to kill that guy for you?
Yeah.
I don't think he needs
So
to die.
funny.
That is Tero's energy. It's just
I don't.
the sign.
Like those people who like spin signs on like the
I was thinking
No, it's the one. It's the one from Waterboy with
Oh.
Vicky Valancourt. The
Amazing.
Do you want me to kill them for you?
Good luck on your test. You want me to kill him for you?
Yeah.
Oh man, if anybody asks, I'm Brian here today. That sucks. I should have said Blanche. Fuck. I'm out of practice. I'm not a spy. Anyway, well, let's I guess I'm gonna get some sleep and maybe do anything. You don't need any more. You're all good on weapons and stuff, right?
And just well, he would demonstrate, but he's invisible, so he can't. But
All right. Well, here he juggles around in his hand. Well, I got you here. Here, I'm just gonna give you one of these, and then it's a ring that looks approximately the same as Abe's ring, but it's also specifically not the same, but it's approximately the same. They're all going to be approximately close to him, so much different though that if they were all in a fishbowl, you might not know, but Abe would know.
mm-hmm.
So the goal is that it's different enough he would know. Don't want them to be the same. But if someone was like, brain ring, you don't have to wear this or anything, but just keep it on you.
All right.
Cool. All right. Gonna hit the old haystack.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
And did Scooch just fix the window in this room or like every
the
room?
hallway. The three
Oh, it's the
rooms.
hallway one.
Hallway.
Okay.
I haven't.
Yeah.
I mean, other room.
The window in this room is relatively intact. There's just a crack running through it,
Okay.
and you can see like the roof. You can see the building adjacent. Since you mentioned the window, and I rolled really bad for whoever was being a weirdo. A big old natural 1 on their stealth check. Scooch sleeping. So you mentioned the window. You look out it, and you quickly see somebody duck down from like a rooftop about 2 blocks away. Like they were looking through your window, and then
They're 2 blocks away.
Yeah, Tero sees this. Because I think you're just about to like.
Tero is going to just step out into the hallway.
Okay. It's the door.
And
Just...
then Scooch fix the window in the hallway, right?
Yeah, all three.
Like
are
it
broken.
opens and closes now?
They all open and close now.
Okay. So he's gonna walk over to that one, slide one open,
Okay.
step through out onto the wall outside.
Hold on. As you're stepping into the hallway, just coming out to relieve themselves in the communal toilet.
Mhm.
Big old pot-bellied satyr. Looks like they're in their middle age. They got graying shoulder-length hair. Just scratching his belly, 3 knuckles deep this time, getting in there. Picks out what looks like a piece of bread.
What?
Oh, that's where it would. Eats it.
No.
Saving snacks for later.
Oh, stupid little bird man left the window open. Nice breeze. Airing out the old family jewels.
Doesn't it smell god awful outside?
Yeah, it smells like burning people.
Yeah.
So that scent's
Apparently,
coming
this guy's
through,
used
too.
to it.
Yeah.
He's like,
okay.
just standing there, not doing anything. Just
Is this before or after Tero stepped outside?
this would be after.
Okay, then he's
So
just
you're
gonna keep
you're just
going.
hearing this guy talking.
Okay, yeah, he's like, all right, whatever. This guy's already seen the window be open. I'm not gonna close it while he's looking at it. I'll let him. I'd like to have a way back into the
Just
building.
close it on top of the family jewels.
Yeah.
Ugh!
So Tero's going to just start making his way along the building. Are like this building and the next one close enough that Tero could hop over?
Yeah. It's like a Victorian city where the side streets are very narrow. So it's just
Okay.
whoop,
So yeah, Tero would like to just rooftop to rooftop make his way over to where he saw the person peeking.
Okay. You get over there and there's like a upper floor window, like one of those like arched windows that kind of goes with like a triangular like point, like an attic. It is dark inside and has been it looks like it's been like recently shut. You can see like fingerprints in the snow, like handprints in the snow.
Oh, like like from the outside or from the inside?
It'd be from the outside, from them like resting on the windowsill to open it. So more like impressions from their like body, like opening of the window. So like on the windowsill there's like impressions of like their arms, so if they like
So as though they were outside and they climbed in through the window?
Yeah.
Okay. Tara's gonna just like is it one of those ones where it's like the peak over it?
Yeah.
So Tara's gonna lay down on the peak and just kind of like dangle his entire front half off of it and just be like staring in through the window.
Give me a perception check. You have dark vision, so it's just straight roll.
Yep. Dirty 20.
Fuck. You peek in, and you quickly see somebody in a hooded cloak opening another door and stepping through it into a dark hallway. No lights in the hallway either.
Can I see, like, generally kind of triangulating, like, kind of looking where under the roof that hallway would be, basically?
5 feet, or about 10 feet behind you.
Okay. He's gonna kind of look, like, from where he is, he's gonna look to to that direction to see if there's another window that would look into wherever that door leads
The hallway?
to.
Absolutely.
Okay, then he'll just, stand up, or he'll just he'll do like a, basically just like he'll keep his hands on the edge, but then he's gonna just like legs just kind of over his back and just like back around onto the wall, and then just walk across the wall to peek in through that window.
Yeah. Do another stealth check. Another perception check against this guy's really bad stealth check he's rolling. You need to beat a 21.
Ooh, okay. Well, it was almost a 19 and became a 9, so I got nothing.
Nothing? Okay.
So it was a 9, yeah.
Peek through the window, you don't see anything.
Okay. Just like lost track of him?
Yeah.
What does the room look like the hallway look like in here?
It's like a 15-foot wide corridor, unlit. There's no lighting, but you can see like sconces that have been like snuffed, like recently snuffed. You can kind of see the smoke like rising up a little bit. And there's like framed paintings on the walls of just like a weird, just a human family. Like this is someone's house that someone is probably sneaking around in that doesn't belong.
Oh, okay. So in looking in here, does it look like when I lost sight of the person, does it look like they just like managed to get into another door before Tero like peeked in? Like
most likely, yeah.
Okay, because I was gonna say if it's just like an open hallway, like they can't be just like hiding in there. So unless they've like also turned invisible or something. But yeah, okay. So it just looks like someone is robbing a house, kind of.
They were also staring through the window that you were in. Like they were looking into, like from where they were on the roof, they were looking into the bedroom window where you were talking with Scooch. They only would have seen Scooch.
Okay,
But
so they were. Wait, were they on the roof or were they looking through that window that I just saw?
They were on the roof, 2 buildings over, staring, like looking in the direction of the in the room that you and Scooch were in. Like,
okay, and then
definitely watching Scooch.
Okay, and then I came over here, and then, like, they clearly went in through the window, and then have started making their way through the house. Okay. Tara's gonna peek down this side and look for any, like, doors on this side of the building, and then is gonna quickly hop over to the other side. He's just gonna do, like, kind of a loop of the exterior of the building to just see where the exits are.
Yeah, there's a front door and a back door that goes into, like, a back alley. Front door goes into, like, the main street.
Okay.
Back door goes into, like, the alley.
Then he would like to just basically sit crisscross applesauce on the wall directly over the back door.
Okay. About 20 minutes later, everybody else in the party in the inn is asleep, getting the benefits of a nice long rest once they get it. The back door opens, and a hooded figure steps out. They're like looking around cautiously. They look up, like towards the rooftops, but you are invisible. As they look up, I would like you to give me a perception check to see if you can get a good look under the hood.
Oh, yeah, as they just look up, in this direction. Come on, come on. 21.
21. You see a pale, elvish man. With about 6'2", bright lilac-colored eyes that glint in the light of some of the oil lamps in the alley that hang. Wearing furs and a cloak of raven feathers, long black hair styled into a braided ponytail and the hood's pulled up. You recognize Carver.
Oh.
Of the Rhymes and Vanguard.
Oh. Where were we with Carver and us in the Vanguard?
The Vanguard, you found out that the Vanguard was working with the Dominion to basically...
Right, yes. And Carver was on
Carver sent you all to the house, the manor, where you found the brain, to hopefully die.
Yes, okay, so Carver's on our shit list, yes. I was trying to remember, because there was someone was not on our shit list.
Yeah, he looks up...
I think it was only Wormblood.
Wormwood and...
Wormwood.
Yeah, he looks up, and you see the familiar lilac-colored eyes, the pale skin, the kind of short beard, and the heavily braided ponytail, and he looks up, like he's scanning the rooftops, and he starts to walk down the alley.
Okay. Now, so, here's a question that I have for you.
Yeah.
That's actually... Just from our interactions with Carver previously, and like what we know of Carver's capabilities.
Yeah.
How killable does Tero think that Carver is?
Give me how about an insight check?
Okay, all right.
Tero would try to 1v1 this man.
He seemed adept at hand-to-hand combat.
Okay.
He's sneaking around real well.
Yeah, well, not too well, but
not too well. He rolled a natural 1 to spy on you guys, which sucked.
Yeah. Rogue and element of surprise here, right? Like, Tero's like, I can just fucking kill him. Alright, let's see. Inside. Natural 20 for a 24!
Let's see. He's good at what he does. He's good at lying. He mentioned he's tracked people down and killed them. He's assassinated people before.
Mm-hmm.
He seemed adept when you fought that Yeti on the gondola.
That's right. That's right. So like, does Tero?
You might be able to with the element of surprise.
Okay, so Tero thinks like maybe.
But as he's walking, you see him like he's tucking. He has like this silk pouch, like a red silk pouch with like a gold thread, and he's tying it up and he's slipping it into his like pocket.
Interesting.
And he's like looking around while he's walking, like very like aware of his surroundings.
Okay. Tero's gonna tail him.
Okay.
Just gonna stand up on the wall and just start walking along the wall.
Okay. He takes an immediate right.
Mm-hmm.
And he is walking in the direction of the Baron's estate.
Ooh, okay. Well then, that changes the thought of what Tero is.
You definitely saw him see Scooch because he was looking. He was like again 2 buildings over, concealed in the dark. Not good enough, but he saw. He was looking at Scooch, so he's clearly been tracking somehow. He knows he's been following. He was literally just spotted, and now he's unaware that he's being followed because you are invisible.
Yep.
And he's moving in the direction of the Baron's estate with something that he took from that house he was in.
Okay. Yeah.
He's about, I'll say, 30 feet away from you. 30 feet ahead. You're like always. You're about 30 feet behind.
Okay.
He passes by a vagrant who's kind of just like huddled in the stoop of a building, like not a stoop, but like the stoop, like a doorway. And he tosses a couple gold into the beggar's hat and keeps going.
All right. Yeah, I think at this point, I mean, if he's going to the Baron and he's seen us in town and he's working with the Baron, like, Tero's like, oh, if I don't do something, I risk, like, we gotta get up and move because we're risking a nighttime raid by the Baron's men, just like kicking in the doors. So I think Tero is going to.
The only people in this alleyway are Carver, you, and the vagrant who's asleep.
Oh, he is asleep.
Yeah.
Okay. How long is this alley?
Like a city block.
Okay, so he can wait a little bit before he's like a good distance from the sleeping guy.
Yeah.
Okay. So Tero. All right. Okay. All right.
Do your rogue
So
shit.
above the table, I've been doing Carver stealth checks for multiple sessions now because he's been following you guys for a while.
Oh wow.
And he's been following you since just above the table because it's fun. He's been following you since I don't really want to say, but he's been following you for a while.
Okay.
And I literally just rolled a nat 1 on his stealth check to get him spotted.
Wow.
And I'm very upset.
All right.
Yeah,
Tero's actually going to try and first, like, get up, like, if he has enough distance, Tero wants to get up onto the rooftops.
Yeah.
And move quickly to get ahead of him before he does what he's going to do.
Give me a stealth check with advantage.
Okay. Come on. 29.
You had to beat a 21, which is his passive perception.
Oh boy.
So you can see like a couple loose tiles, and you avoid them so you don't make any send them skittering down, and you successfully get ahead of him without alerting him. And now you're looking at him from head on.
Okay. Yeah. Tero's gonna be. Do I remember what was his weapon of choice?
Short sword.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, Tero's gonna stay up the wall.
Short sword, and you do see a quiver of arrows on his back too.
Okay, no, I was gonna say I already passed him. I was gonna say it'd be so funny if you could just like steal the. No, I think you need. Yeah, no, you need. He need. I was gonna say I could try to use Mage Hand, but you need to be that Arcane Trickster Rogue to steal with Mage Hand.
Yeah.
It'd be so funny if you just took him, but
yeah,
I think he
goes to use his arrows. Just like
looking for this.
That'd be good.
Yeah, no, but yeah, I think Tero at this point he doesn't have reliable talent. Even if he did, it would still.
And it
It's like
sucks because he has Mask of the Wild too, so he should be able to hide very easily.
Yep. Yeah, no, Tero is gonna take these wins. I don't think it's time. I don't think he should. Yeah. Okay. So Tero is going to. He's in front of him. He's up on the wall.
Yep.
He's gonna find a spot where he can get cover.
Yeah,
he can,
there's multiple of these roof windows that are like those like arched kind of windows that have like the stoop over them. You can easily like just boop.
Okay. So he's gonna get behind one of those.
Gives you like 3/4 cover.
Yeah. And then he is going to, for the first time in the campaign, change.
And what does that look like, Samuel?
Well, nothing right now because he's invisible.
Correct.
But he does push. He pulls his arms into the sleeves, and then just kind of pushes out through it, so the top bit hangs down, and then he changes. It's the just exhale of breath out into his hands, and then wipes his hands over his face.
We can describe it once he's no longer invisible. Actually, yeah.
And then he would like to. He's gonna start off. Oh boy, stressful.
You have advantage on whatever you do.
Yeah, he's gonna start off, but he's gonna huck 2 psychic daggers down at him.
Yeah, go for it. And then you and I are gonna roll initiative here.
Yup. Whew.
Sorry, everybody that's
Exhilarating.
sleeping.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was gonna say, I'm sorry I ran off to go do an encounter by myself.
As a note, I would still be concentrating on the invisible, but just trying to think about unraveling my day.
If you're unconscious, it'd be like...
Yes. Haven't fallen asleep yet.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's only been like a few minutes anyway, so you wouldn't be immediately passed out.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So
I can't sleep with that crack in the window. I'm gonna go and
fix it.
Okay. So
that's what you're doing.
Yeah. Tero's about to be be-visible as soon as he attacks.
Just wanted to set up canonically.
Oh yeah.
Actually, makes more sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, he's gonna do he's only gonna do 1 attack, and then he's gonna bonus action hide is what he's gonna do.
Interesting.
So he can just be sniping him from the rooftops. Okay, that's why I wanted to cover. That's right. Okay, first and only attack. Come on. 23.
He's walking. One of the psychic daggers gets him like center mass, and he like he looks around and like where it came from because he sees like the crackling like purple energy like fly from the rooftop and he looks in that direction.
All right,
you get sneak attack on that.
Oh yeah, so that is 6 plus sneak attack. 6 plus 15, 21 damage on that, and then let's add my last cruelty die.
Yeah,
just for good measure. For another 5, so that's 26 points of damage.
And he actually stumbles forward a little bit, like almost drops to a knee. And he's like looking for the direction of where that came from, and you do appear, like your form does. Okay. Invisibility drops.
Yes. Bonus action. He's gonna bonus action hide to try and just like drop out of sight.
Need to beat a 21.
Yep, I got it. That's a 50-50 chance for me basically. Plus 10 stealth. It's a nat 20 for a 30.
So you duck down. Yeah. Looking around. Ugh. I recognize those knives.
Actually, the knives are a different color.
Oh, right, they are.
Because remember, part of the thing, unrecognizable.
Right.
Ugh. They're similar, but they're
right.
But yeah.
Show yourself, you fucking coward. Let's roll initiative.
Okay.
Carver got a 21.
I also got a 21.
What's your dex score?
Plus 4.
You go first.
Okay.
And he is surprised because of what just happened.
Because it's still... Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna take advantage of the fact that he is...
So yeah, he's like looking around, like scanning where...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is going to. I think he's going to do 2 attacks this time because when you said when you say he took a knee, is that
It looks like it did significant damage to his health.
like when you say significant, do you mean like
More than half.
over half? Yeah, okay. Tero's going to do 2 attacks here to try and finish him.
So as you appear to him, what does Tero look like?
So what he sees is a extremely skeletally gaunt figure, completely like just naked to the waist, shirt down, like chest down, skeletal, pale white, like paper white or gray skin, like ribs visible, like every bone, like bone devil skinny, holding a pair of wispy black knives as opposed to Tero's purple, and his head is completely obscured by a mask of opaque black flames with a pair of white pinpricks where his eyes should be, and his normally colorful patchwork clothes are into a muted black and white.
And there's the art, which Sam and I have been holding on to for 25
there
sessions.
He is. Yep. Finally.
So it's not just Samaji who had 2 forms. Tero does as well.
Yep. So that is what appears up on the rooftop, hucking 2 blades down, both with advantage?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first one is, wow, a pair of 2s for a 9. Holy crap. Glad I did 2. But the second one...
So he catches the second one, sees you. It doesn't recognize you because you are...
Yep. And then second one's a 17.
17 hits.
Okay.
So
offhand is a D4.
Yeah.
So D4 plus 4.
No sneak attack on this one, I believe.
No, it is sneak attack. It just doesn't. It just does a D4 instead of a D6 because it's an attack.
Yeah, sneak attack is once per turn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So 2 plus 4 is 6. Yeah. 6 plus 6 plus 3d6 4. Oh my god. 5. Only 11 points of damage on this one.
This black psionic knife.
Yeah.
And looks up in your direction. Anything else?
No. He's behind. He's still got the cover from behind the thing. He peeked up over it, and just looking down at him. And his head does just like the kind of snap, like tilt, looking down at him.
Yeah.
So this is why Tero's never been arrested.
Oh, I forgot he has umbral sight. While in darkness, you are invisible to any creature that relies on dark vision to see you. Oops. Well. He sees just the... He looks down on his person where he put that thing away. Looks up at you. He's gonna look back in the direction he came from. Look back at you. And he's gonna run.
Okay.
35 feet, dash to do 70 feet down the hall, down the alley, and he's gonna make a right.
Ooh, okay.
So he's 70 feet away.
Okay. How far along was the right that he took?
About 50 feet.
Okay. So, perfect. Tero is going to look in his direction, look after him in his direction.
Yep.
And then is going to try and give the impression that he can keep up with him. He's going to teleport 30 feet.
Okay.
As a bonus action. Oh, wait, no. I can just dash the bonus action. That's right. I'm a rogue.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just gonna dash. He's just gonna move in bonus action dash, just diagonally across the rooftops.
Okay.
With 60 feet, so that way I think that still puts him in front of him.
He hears you. He can hear you coming
just
after
running.
Him. Yeah.
And then just gonna no sneak attack, throw another one down.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. 11.
11 misses.
Yeah, rolling terrible. Just hits the ground, just dissolves into dust.
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
Nope. That's action. Bonus action dash.
Okay. He is going to. Oh boy. What is he gonna do? Because you hurt him real bad. Like real bad. Fuck. Okay. He's going to, as he's running, look back in your direction.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh! Who the fuck are you? Why are you chasing me? And you can see he's pivoted, and he's running towards the town square where a bunch of worms are congregated. He's about 60 feet away from them.
Okay. Is that where he ends his movement or starts it?
They're 60 feet away from where he's going to be starting his movement.
Sorry, say you froze a little. Say again.
They're 60 feet away at the start of his turn. So
okay.
Yeah. So he's getting ready to run towards them. But he doesn't want to die, so he's going to pull out this like kind of weird Blair Witch-esque like twig thing, and he's going to like rub it where you hit him. No blood, obviously, but he's going to rub it on where you got him with those things, and he's going to cast a second level Cure Wounds on himself.
Ooh, nasty. All right.
And heal for 13 hit points.
Okay.
And he is just going to run 35 feet towards the worms.
Okay. Then now Tero is going to move and then is going to teleport directly in front of him.
So you appear right in front of him.
Yeah, just right in
The eye.
directly in front of him. If
So
he
he's, like, skinning.
if he can, he's gonna just appear with the knife held like right at chest height.
Yeah, perfect.
So he just try to get him to run into it.
Yeah.
If I can stop rolling like shit, 11. Oh my god.
Misses.
He
Stops just
He
enough
stops
where,
just in time.
where, like, it just touches the chest.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
No, because I needed to use the bonus action to move. But I'm adjacent to him now.
So he's in front of you. He sees the worms. Looks down in his pocket. Ugh. I was told. Draws his short sword and goes to stab you in the gut.
Okay.
15.
That does hit. Yeah, that's exactly his
So
AC.
just draws a short sword. Like, you don't see it on his side. It comes out of the sleeve and then into your gut. For 8 piercing damage. Just.
Okay. He just teleported, so it's 4.
And he twists it a little bit. And is looking into your eyes, but he.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Silent, yeah.
Who are you? How do you know what I was looking for? And that would be your turn.
So what?
It's your turn.
Okay. He is going to bonus action steady aim.
Okay.
And is just going to try and drive that right into his heart.
Yeah, go for it.
23.
Hits.
Okay. 4, 10 plus sneak attack. Another 10. 20 points of psychic damage.
So you in the heart with this other like these black psychic blades, and he's like drops to both knees, and he coughs up blood because you're still
Mhm.
doing
Yeah.
damage internally. And he's
Mhm.
like, ugh, what the fuck? Anything else?
No, is he down, or is he still?
He's still got hit points, but he's like doing real bad.
Okay.
Just
Yeah,
flavoring what's happening to him.
Okay. I was like, do I have him? What's happening? Okay, yeah, he's just looming over him, basically.
He's gonna get back up to his feet.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the worms who are like 25 feet away.
I think so, yeah.
The patrol's kind of just passing by the alley. He looks down on his person again. He's gonna pull the short sword out of your stomach because it's just still in there.
Yeah, yep.
Pull it out, and then he's gonna go for right for the sternum.
Okay.
Natural 1.
Ha!
So, how do you deflect his attack? He goes, ugh! He's weak, he's just like stumbling and just stabs outwards.
I think it's what it's gonna be is he puts he's gonna put like 1 foot on like his shin and 1 foot on his thigh, like using the wall stick, and then he just kind of like bends his like stomach and chest back, like he kind of bends like a C shape, so his head stays like really close to him, but just the body where he's stabbing just kind of like bends away from him. So he just tries to stab out and can't reach him.
So while you're doing that, hoping you're distracted, bonus action 2-weapon fighting, another short sword's gonna drop out of the other sleeve, and he's gonna go for your kidneys from behind, like stabbing you from behind.
Okay.
Not any better. That's a 2 + 6, 8 to hit.
Nope.
So you catch him like sluggishly drop that blade, and then go to like stab you in the back, but he just doesn't get purchase.
Mm-hmm.
You're up.
Yeah, another steady aim stab.
Actually, he is going to attempt to push past you and run towards the worms.
Then I will take my attack of opportunity.
Absolutely.
Okay. 21.
21. The worms are 25 feet away. He has a 35-foot movement speed. 21 hits as he's pushing past you to get past.
Okay. For 7 points of psychic damage.
How do you want to do this?
I think it's just like he tries to run past and he just holds up he just like holds up a hand just like at throat height, and right as he's about to pass it, he closes it, and the knife just appears as his throat just passes the blade.
Okay. The worms pass by the alleyway. Their lantern light. As you're killing Carver, their lantern light fades to enshroud the alleyway in darkness as you get the killing blow. And he goes limp in your grasp.
Alright. Gonna just pull him back.
Yep.
Gonna sit him up against a wall, search him.
Yeah. You find 2 short swords.
Okay.
Leather armor.
Okay.
A longbow and arrows.
Yeah.
Mess kit. Standard stuff.
Yeah.
You find a code book. Like that somebody would use to communicate in like a secret way. So you don't recognize any of the code.
Yeah. Take it though.
And that little red silk pouch with the gold thread that he was tucking into his pocket, which he seemed very keen on.
Yeah, just gonna take that out. Is just gonna try and open it and look inside.
You see like this whitish blue gem almost, and it's thrumming slightly like and it's like looks like frost is coming off of it, like icy mist. And yeah, it's thrumming just.
Alright. Yeah, he's gonna cinch the bag, put that in his bag. Yeah, he's blocks away from where we're staying. He's in an alleyway, and he has no discernible marks of death.
Yeah.
And he was not able to report on where we're staying.
Yeah.
So I don't think Tero really needs to worry about his. I think you can just leave him here. I think he's kind of just like, yeah, I can just leave this guy in this alley. I think we're good.
All right. He also has 150 gold on him.
Oh, I'll take that.
Okay.
I'll bring that back to split amongst everybody.
Cool.
And then he is gonna do two things.
Okay.
He is going to was he wearing you said he was wearing a cloak, right?
Yeah, like a raven feather cloak.
Yeah. He's gonna take the cloak and kind of just like use one of his short swords to stab into the wall to like hold it up to kind of like tarp, and then use one foot and then one hand, so it kind of like creates a tarp between the two of them.
Yeah.
And then he is going to actually no, he's gonna attach it on the wall, hand over it, so it's kind of draped over him.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna take his other short sword and he is going to hack at his neck through the cloak.
Okay.
Until his head comes off.
Perfect.
But like through the cloak, so like the blood doesn't splatter; it gets caught by the cloak.
Yeah.
So it doesn't get on Tero. And then once his head is removed, he's also going to take that short sword with his head on the floor. He's going to take the tip of it, put it right here, and just like jam it through to destroy the mouth region, so that Speak with Dead cannot be used on him.
Cool.
Tero is efficient.
So
yeah,
completely
remove
fucked
the
up.
Yeah, remove the head so that revive. So you need even much higher revival spells.
Yeah.
To bring him back. I think you basically need true resurrection at this point with an incomplete body.
Yep.
And then messed up the mouth so that Speak with Dead won't work. And used his own weapons so that it's just his own. Just leave the one with the just stab into the wall with the cloak draped over him. Stab the other one into his gut, just for good measure, and then is just going to walk his way back to the inn where we're staying. He's gonna go like probably rooftop to rooftop until he gets to. He's gonna change back. He's gonna put the shirt back on, change back to regular Tero, or to Tero.
Yeah.
And he's gonna go to our window. He's gonna go to Scooch's window and then just like tap tap tap.
Scooch, as you're repairing the window, doing it all nice, you just hear a tap 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 on the other side and see Tero on the other side.
Do I see Tero or do I see
Tero?
New
Tero
see-
switched back. Yeah, he's just Tero.
Tero.
Mm-hmm.
Slides easily, like a new fresh window. I was repairing everything, so it's like the windows are nice, just slides like butter.
Yeah, just step through the window.
Hey, bud.
Hello.
Look, checks the time. You getting into stuff?
Oh, just a little bit. And he's just gonna, while facing Scooch without looking away, he's just gonna reach over and shut the window.
Okay.
You remember Carver, right?
Yeah.
He's been stalking us.
Shut up. What?
Mm-hmm.
How'd you... What? But where'd you see him? Where'd you see him?
Oh, I spotted him on that rooftop over there.
Well, okay, fuck, let's go wake everybody up. Let's go...
Oh, no, it's fine, it's fine. His corpse is a couple alleyways over.
Gee. How are you doing? Do you need a... I got a thing. You look okay. I got a thing in my bag if you need a...
Oh, I got a little scratch, but it's nothing terrible.
Okay.
I found this on him, though. He just stole this from a house nearby, and Tero will pull out the bag and hand it over. Also, he had money on him, so here's your share. How many people was it?
It was 150
1, 2,
gold.
3.
There's 5 people.
Yeah, 5, so 30, yeah. Counts out 30 gold and hands it to him.
Well, I mean, you did the dirty work. I wouldn't feel right just taking gold from
Oh
you.
no, it's fine. It's his. It goes all around. I don't want to withhold from my friends.
I wouldn't be withholding. You earned it every single
Oh
time.
no. I have plenty.
All right. I'll hold on to it. Maybe I'll pay you back and get you something nice.
All right. Well, if you insist, I'm going to give everyone else their share too.
So yeah, Tero hands you 30 gold, and he hands you this like red silk pouch with gold thread around it, and it feels cold. The pouch, like really cold.
I would have come back and told everyone, but he spotted you, and he was heading in the direction of the Baron's manor, so I figured I should act quickly. I didn't recognize him until I got a little closer.
Okay.
It would have been great if you're just like, oh, it's just a thief.
Yeah. So Sarah was, well, no, it's Tero. He was like, ooh, someone's staring at us. An excuse to murder?
Yeah, the pouch he hands you is a little heavy. It feels cold, like there's like a cold emanating through the fabric.
Oh, also I got this. It looks like a code book he was using,
Okay.
possibly for his informants or with the Vanguard as well.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna this cold thing. I'm gonna go ahead and just identify it, and I can just cast identify. So it's
Okay,
fine in one.
so you put your hand. You have to physically touch the thing to cast identify on it. So you take it out of the bag, and it's this like bluish white, rough cut gem almost. It's emanating like a cold mist, almost like a frost, and it's thrumming like, as you pull it out of the bag, it starts to thrum. There's like a light on the inside. It's like a bluish white light, and as you're holding it, the walls of the room, the floor, everything that's like around you, Scooch, in like a 5-foot radius, begins to like get a fine layer of frost on it. Like, you cast Identify on it, but it doesn't seem to work. Whatever this object is Identify is not potent enough of a spell to discern what it may be. So it is very powerful, rare magic, whatever this thing is. The walls are like... Yeah. I wish Lex was here. But yeah. Ice is forming on the walls, the ceiling. And the ice is like hardening too, the longer you hold onto this gemstone.
Okay, so I put it back in the bag when I noticed that.
As soon as you put it back in the bag, the ice dissipates on the walls, the floor, and the ceiling. So basically what you can discern from that is whatever this gem does, it creates local, very coldness.
Yeah, next time you're in need of a snow cone, Tero, we can easily get one.
Lovely.
But not sure what this thing is.
Well, whatever it is, the Vanguard or the Baron wanted it. They stole it from a house right just down the street.
Well, you know what this is then. Swings the bag around a little bit in his hand. Almost drops it. It's
Breaks it.
This here. Oh, this here's a bargaining chip. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and draw the curtain. Goes to draw it. It's just a shitty. You can barely.
Yeah, there's the holes in it.
All right, I'm gonna be up another 10 or 15 minutes and starts casting mending on the curtain.
Okay. You all...
Tero's just gonna... Oh, wait, no, he won't, actually. I was gonna say he's gonna leave the room and just slide gold under everybody's door. Well, no, he'll listen at the door and see if anybody's out there.
You hear from behind Abe's door... I don't know if Abe's rooming with anybody. Samira, who are you rooming with? Abe or Crearyn?
We got 4 rooms, so if Scooch and Tero are together, I think Samira's by herself.
Perfect. Abe and Crearyn are sharing a room, and behind that door...
We have 4 rooms.
Oh, well. They're separate too, then. Snore. You hear... If a Mind Flayer could snore, you hear that behind one door.
Yeah.
When Abe snores, it's telepathic.
Basically, does he hear the satyr in the hallway still?
No.
Okay. Then in that case, he'll go out, like, listen at that guy's door to make sure he's, like, asleep sounding in there. Yeah, and then he's just gonna go over to the everybody else's doors and just slip 30 gold
Alright.
under their doors.
Everybody can add 30 gold to their inventory, because by morning you will have 30 gold. Samira, are you fast asleep in your room?
No. Samira is doing one of her sleepless rests because the last time she was here, she had her brother with her.
Okay.
And so she's like trauma hours.
All right, you see 30 gold pieces slide under your door.
I just look at it and then go back to looking out the window.
Okay. As you're looking out the window, you just hear a voice in the room. Just go to sleep already, damn it. You'll be fine.
Sumaji? And I think she quickly get up and did she get the leather back from Scooch yet for her necklace?
I'd assume so.
Okay. Yeah, she just gets up and is quickly scanning the room and just clutching onto the coin around her neck.
You get a brief chill up your back.
Gee, where are you? How are you here? Sumaji?
No response.
Must have been the wind. And she sighs, picks up the coins, puts them in her pouch.
Yeah.
And then goes back to just sitting on the bed.
All right. So you're choosing not to get a long rest?
Well, she can do a sleepless long
Okay,
rest
cool.
as long as she doesn't do anything during the 4 hours.
All right, Reborn. Okay.
Yeah.
So, sleep eventually finds everybody in whatever form it may be. Tero, you probably sleep great.
Well, he doesn't sleep. He just
You
sits on his
relax
bed.
perfectly great.
Yeah, staring out the window.
Just parallels Tero and Samira back to back, staring out their respective windows.
Mm-hmm.
But
Tero looks happy, content, and like a well-fed cat.
perfect.
Samira looks the opposite, like a dog that's been kicked one too many times.
Oh. I haven't updated the calendar in a few days. Better do that. But
We did the last 4 sessions in one day.
we did.
Did we actually?
I think so. But eventually, morning comes. And you all get the benefits of a long rest, and that's where we're gonna go to break. And we'll pick back up in about 10 minutes.
Woo!
Well done, Tero. Tero did what Tero does best.
I love playing rogues.
They're so fun.
Yeah, rogues seem so much fun.
When you have a it's specifically a campaign like this with intrigue and urban environments and things like this where you can spot someone, tail them, when it's something where it's just kind of set piece combat encounters.
Yeah.
They're still fun but not as fun, but it's these kind of
Yeah.
moments that aren't quite
I get that
it's
vibe.
yeah.
This
Yeah,
is great.
it's so much fun.
We'll be back in 10 minutes for the rest of the session. So yeah, break time. Carver dead. Didn't, that happened. Didn't know it would. But hey, that's the way she goes.
Yep.
Break time. Everybody gets a long rest.
Woo!
Woo woo.
Doggy.
You all wake up to darkness because, the joys of being very far north.
Oh yeah.
Scooch and Tero wake up in their shared room. Everybody else wakes up in their solitary room.
Before I leave my room, I'm gonna recast Alter Self on myself.
Okay.
To be... I didn't describe how I looked last night, but I think I look, just like a more natural skin toned tiefling with, more straighter, more like, antelope horns than the curling ram horns.
Okay.
And no frosted tips.
No frosted tips.
You're more like you're like Gazelle from Zootopia.
From Zootopia, yeah.
And not Vanilla Ice. Alright. Yeah, you all wake up. Benefits of long rest. In your shared rooms, solitary rooms.
Ah. Did you sleep well, Scooch?
I mean, you know, as much as I can. I'm a little. I was thinking about it, and I was a little concerned. One thing it gave me pause was if one person was following us. Do you think anybody else is following us?
Well, possibly, but I don't. I think if they had more than one person after us, they may have tried something by this point. Because if they had more than just the one to expend on us, I think they would have just tried to kill us by now.
That's a really good point.
Really
good point.
I do think that had he made it back to the Baron when he was going to, we may have had worms kicking down our door, but I don't think he knew exactly where we were to report our location until that point. But we may want to pick a different inn just in case.
Yeah, I think it's a one night per situation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna come knock on their door.
Okay.
Probably with Crearyn and Abe.
As you exit the room, there's just a satyr standing outside in the corridor, just knuckle deep in his belly button. Hey, how's it going? Oh, you! I've seen you here before.
She already didn't they already alter?
All right.
Yeah, I've altered.
I've never seen you here before.
Never been here before. You do this every day?
Stand in the hallway and enjoy the sights. Pick my belly button. Yeah.
Does it pay well?
It can.
All right.
2 gold and I can show you.
No thanks.
No. You know the little Aarakocra guy staying here?
I've seen him around, yeah. I think his name was Brian.
Brian, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's coming on to me.
You think so?
Yeah. Real flirty with me in the corridor last night. Real shy.
Well, if you want to know for sure, shiny little copper, I can tell you for sure.
No, that's alright.
Alright. Just thought I'd reciprocate an offer.
Pulls out, like, what looks like a piece of smoked trout. Well, how's that getting there?
Well, I'm gonna go talk to my neighbors over there.
Do you hear the ghosts?
Ghosts?
Yeah, this place is haunted as fuck. The city's haunted as fuck. They keep you up all night
no,
too?
I didn't. No, I didn't hear anything.
Alright. You hear they have found a dead guy in the alleyway? A couple alleys over. Woke me up, fucking commotion out there.
I must have slept right through it.
Fucking lost his head.
His head? Was it one of those things that was running around a couple days ago? You think?
Things.
Well, I heard about these people who were missing their brains.
No. This is a elf guy. Enjoy your day. He goes back into his room. And then
I'm
you
gonna-
knock. And then you knock on Tero and Scooch's
Yeah.
door.
Knock on the door. You up, fellas?
Come on in.
Yep.
Aim and Crearyn will also
Mm-hmm.
enter.
Brian, I met your friend out there. He seemed real interested in you.
Did you get a name from him?
I forgot to ask.
Yeah, I think he'd get along with our friend in the other plane. I bet they'd get along swimmingly.
Yeah. You should ask him for some of his shit.
Oh boy.
He seems to like you.
I think I'd probably have to pay him more than I'm willing to pay for that privilege.
Speaking of money, what was that about the gold under the door last night?
Oh,
Is the
going
door
on?
closed?
Yeah, the door's closed. Crearyn's like,
Oh,
yeah, I
that's-
also found gold under my door.
oh, that was from Carver.
What?
That was from Carver.
Oh.
I took it off his corpse.
You what?
You kn- So
took it off his
that's
dead
who
body.
the satyr was talking about in the hall.
Yes, I saw
Yeah.
him watching us, so I killed him.
You killed the satyr?
No, I killed Carver.
Oh. Well, apparently they found out and they're making a big to-do about it out in the
I would-
streets.
I would assume so. I mutilated his corpse pretty badly. I wanted to make sure they couldn't magically get information out of him.
Oh, so the brain.
Well, I left.
The brain
Oh, they have.
So the brain wouldn't be here.
No, unfortunately, I thought that would be an identifying mark.
Oh, fair. Yeah.
Well, you could have just taken the whole head.
I could have, but then we would have had a head that we needed to hide, and they start to smell, and people start to ask questions.
So, you killed him and then left him in the alley.
Mm-hmm.
And you took his money and...
Oh, and his code book and his the gem thing that I gave to Scooch.
Oh, alright.
A gem thing?
Yeah, we got here it's real nice. If you take it out of this little pouch here, it starts freezing everything up. Tried to identify it, couldn't do it. Even, magically. Good morning. Whew. Time for some coffee or something.
Yeah, maybe we should get out of here, go to the other side of town tonight.
Yeah, no. I think ours is a nomadic presence here in the city. I think
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think holding on. I mean, I think we can come back to places. Sure, build a rapport, fine. But unless we own outright or can ensure that there's no prying eyes, I think this guy's pretty cool, and I think I'm gonna, slip him a little extra to keep our presence here secret. But,
Did y'all hear any ghosts last night?
No, I just made one.
Ghosts?
Yeah, or see anything moving when it wasn't supposed to.
Crearyn's gonna just do a quick divine sense.
Apparently this place is haunted.
Well, they are burning a bunch of corpses a block away or so.
Yeah.
I don't sense any spirits.
Okay. Cool. Should we pack up our stuff and get out of here? After some breakfast, maybe?
Sure.
I think that's good.
Right. You all exit the room. Go downstairs to an empty fucking tavern. Except for the satyr who's sitting at the front counter. just pounding back a bowl of brown slop.
Pounding back a bowl of brown.
And the elder, that sort of sallow-skinned, tired-looking, older human man is just behind the counter. Looks like he didn't get an ounce of sleep.
I want to walk straight up to him. All right, my good man. Thank you so much for the rooms. I put another gold on the table. And if anyone were to ask who rented the rooms, what do I suppose? What would you say?
Bunch of passers-by, drifters, vagrants. The usual clientele, anyway. The satyr who's sitting at the counter eating his bowl looks over. And you're mysterious, too. That's exciting.
Takes another coin. Takes another gold out and just says, yeah, if you could just, make sure you tell him it was like a rowdy group of halflings, I'd appreciate it.
I think I can do that.
Great. Well, it has been a real...
Can I insight check him?
Yeah,
just
go
real
for
quick?
it. Yeah, go for it.
I want to make sure he'll keep to his promise. 15.
You don't really detect anything else? Seems... Yeah, probably.
Okay.
They're the poor people. They probably hate the cops. So they hate the worms. So yeah, of course, if anyone comes poking around, they'll probably be like, yeah, no.
Hell yeah.
Right on. And one more thing. Know whereabouts someone would look for work in this town?
Well, you got the corpse pits, but those are currently off limits just because of the sickness.
Mm-hmm. No pressure. I mean, if you're having trouble.
Just trying to recall.
Yeah, you're looking a little rough. Worse for the wear. Maybe
don't get much sleep around here. The stench of the corpse is burning.
Maybe you can hire your man over there for part time and maybe take a little nap or something.
He works. He's supposed to work here, but all he does is fucking stand upstairs and pick himself.
Yeah, I saw him one knuckle deep up there.
Sometimes I'm 3 knuckles deep. That's why they call me Knuckles.
We got a name, folks.
All right. Voiced by Idris Elba.
If only.
Or Travis Willingham.
Just Idris Elba saying I'm 3 knuckles deep. He's like, yeah, I brew all the booze here, and then I don't get paid for it. I just get free room and board, so maybe I do get paid for it. Yes, you are all a bunch of friendly halflings.
Great.
I'll be a part of the lie as well. As long as you didn't hear anything last night.
Didn't hear anything.
No raucous activity.
Nope.
Perfect.
Not that I recall.
He gets up and leaves. As for work, there's... Well, I can't really think of anything. There are these sort of arcanists, these researchers that are here briefly, that were looking for help studying some sort of element, but the Baron is sort of locked down any sort of employment contracts as if he's trying to do it privately with these people.
Yeah. Okay.
Their home is the home they're renting briefly is about 2 buildings over.
Okay.
But again, the Baron has basically been like, no, this will be a private contract for us. The simple folk can't deal with it. The brothel is always looking for workers, but I mean, I assume nobody wants to work in a brothel, especially one here in Volkil. The catacombs are a little overrun, and they're trying to find ways. They're taking out some of the old bodies and burning them so they can put fresh ones down there. All sort of gross stuff.
Okay. Okay. Well, I appreciate the information. I think we're gonna scoot. Yeah, man, keep on keeping on. I appreciate you. Appreciate you taking us in, and yeah, man, have a good one.
You as well. Thank you for your patronage.
Absolutely.
And also, just be a little on edge. They found a citizen beheaded last night, or this morning, murdered in cold blood in the streets, so it looks like there might be a serial killer or a murderer wandering around.
Well, yeah, it's a murder at first. It becomes a serial if you find an established pattern. Has this happened before, or anything like this?
Funny enough, there was an attempted murder on the Baron a few weeks ago. Almost a month ago.
You don't say.
They had the wanted poster of the individual all over the city.
Okay.
So be on the lookout for a pale elf, black mohawk, colored patchwork clothes.
Is Tero invisible again? Or just hanging out on the roof outside?
Yeah, Tero is like upstairs, still waiting for everyone to leave, and then he's just gonna duck out through the window.
Mm-hmm.
We probably should get him a cloak.
We most certainly should.
Something in like a single color.
Now, I'll be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't lose a wink of sleep if the Baron was fucking murdered.
Okay.
He looks around when he says it, make sure there's no worms in here. Yeah, fuck that guy. He's a piece of shit.
Well, you didn't hear it from me.
Baron got any public events scheduled for this week?
No, ever since the murder attempt, he's been inside his estate the entire time. Increased security around the estate. They thought about getting like body doubles, which I think they've been working on. Not entirely sure. People speak. Again, it's just my establishment. The worms don't come here most of the time. They don't. The nobles don't come here. The Baron doesn't come to this way. We are in the squalorous region of town.
Mm-hmm.
The Baron doesn't care about the people who don't make any money for him. He prefers to stay with all his fellow rich folk to the north.
That makes sense. Well, thank you so much for the information again, and hope you get some sleep. It can be a real hazard for your health.
Oh, yes.
Maybe you can hire someone to prestidigitate your room for you, so you can maybe get some shut-eye.
Not many people practice magic in these parts. It is a crime, after all.
Practice magic?
Yeah. Unless you're licensed.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna make a rudimentary fan. gonna use one of my exactly the tool I needed. Why don't you hook my friends up with some of that brown you got, and I'll make something for you.
You want some of the stew to go?
Yeah. Hook us up with some
Are you sure?
to-go bags of stew. Yeah.
Positive.
I mean, don't. You made the sale. Don't talk yourself out of it.
Have you ever eaten mud carp before? Well, land carp.
Nope.
Do you know what land carp is?
No, it sounds like a full-on nightmare. If I'm being honest, I don't know.
They tend to populate this area of the city. They're, think like the cross between a rat and a fish. They live in the mud and they squirm around. People just call them mud carp because they kind of look like a carp when you see them squirming around in the mud, and then when you pick them up, they're like, "Oh fuck, what is that?"
Yeah, I'm actually, we are gonna pass. We're gonna pass on that. You really let it know. So, actually, made you this here, and it looks like just a little pod, and it emits odor. So it's like a nice odor.
It's like Glade air freshener.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a little stronger than that. It's gonna be more like a Vicks. So
Oh shit!
So it's like.
So like eucalyptus.
Yeah. So it's
okay.
It's gonna be strong. That's like Vicks.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's gonna be strong at first.
You start toughing it.
Yeah, what you gonna do?
Gotta clear out the sinuses. All I smell is shit and burning meat all the time.
Yeah, it's gonna be, This
Thank
might
you.
help you get some sleep.
He looks around.
Maybe break Knuckles a little piece off. He can stand behind the bar.
He looks around a little bit. Walks over to the front door. Locks it. Pulls down some of the blinds. That's a real nice thing you did for me. You don't seem suspicious as fuck. Well, you do, but in a different way.
Fair.
I've never seen any of you before.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't flinch when I said I wouldn't care if the Baron died.
Oh shit, were we supposed to?
I mean, generally, it would be a good way to cover.
Oh shit, I'm gonna make a note of that.
But again, people that are faithful to the Baron and the Dominion don't come down this way too often. Would you and your friends be interested in helping with a rebellion of sorts? It's why I'm so tired.
I have friends everywhere.
And this is a real rebellion, not like the liars at the Vanguard.
Oh shit.
How does this guy know about it?
What? Pull off your wig.
I'm not wearing a wig.
Alright, well, I mean...
Well, liars. The Vanguard say they're rebelling and they're helping, but we don't really see them doing much. And whenever they do, it seems like it's for show.
Yeah.
For example, it seems fishy lately. A few days ago, the Rime King was here doing a speech.
Yeah.
And there was an assassination attempt while he was doing a speech from somebody from the Vanguard, but it all seemed a little too rehearsed. You catch my drift.
Yeah. Yeah, when you try to assassinate someone with a blade that can never kill them, it's not really an assassination.
The speech was a lot of condemning the Vanguard, saying the Vanguard were aberrant criminals, blah 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 blah. He tried to say that his advisors were telling him not to talk to the people, not to talk to the public, but he was going to do it because he wanted them to see him, reassure them face to face. And during his speech, someone from the crowd happened to try to kill him. And there was an explosion and no evidence left behind of the perpetrator. So, people found it suspicious.
Yeah.
And there is a growing rebellion here in Volkil and elsewhere across the continent that wishes to bring down the Dominion and the Rime King. And a few of us have been working constantly, day in, day out, to try to infiltrate the Baron's manor and slit that fucker's throat. The only person who's ever been able to infiltrate the manor is the individual on those wanted posters, and we are doing everything we can to find that individual. Last we heard, they were arrested and taken somewhere to be executed, unfortunately, so we assume they are dead as fuck.
Yeah, they're probably dead.
Yeah, I mean, like if they got
Just
that many-
behind the guy on the stairwell, Tero just peeks out this much, just like a...
Yeah, I think he's totally dead. I think I saw like a funeral notice in the obituaries last week.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
We could
I
use somebody
imagine.
who knows how to get in and out.
I imagine someone like that would want to stay off the radar. So I don't know.
Well, of course.
It'd be impossible to find.
Well, they were... Damn. Alright.
I mean, if
Well-
we find anything while wandering around the city, we'll let you know.
Appreciate it. And if this individual happens to be alive and you find them, let them know that this place is safe for them, and maybe they can help with the rebellion. They could lead it.
Hmm.
The
Well,
only
you know,
reason, the only reason things, and then actually, yeah.
I was just gonna say it.
Also,
We'll do our best.
I don't know. It's just a lot of weird stuff's happened here lately in the last few days, and some people have been finding weird pieces of parchment.
Really? What kind of parchment?
One of these. He hands it over.
What does it say?
I don't remember. Sam, what does
Sam.
it say?
I messaged it to you.
Oh,
when
did
I-
you?
when I had
Perfect.
it
Never
out,
mind,
yeah.
never mind. You did. Thank you. Pray to the Lady of Chains, and she will grant your heart's desire. She cares for all her children. Keep the faith. Chains are only meant for those not strong enough to break them. So those have been... Some people have been finding those around the city, too.
Okay.
Like, yesterday.
Oh.
Only since, like, yesterday afternoon or so. And then I found this one tucked under the door this morning. So I'm just curious. There's clearly somebody out there that's talking about breaking chains. The only chains I can think of in this city are the ones that the Baron is using on everybody. You know, the
Sounds
Dominion
like
is
someone's
Dominion's
sympathetic to your cause.
the Dominion's trying to keep people in the cities. They don't want people moving around, communicating. Maybe this is someone trying to help.
Shoot, I'm so sorry. I left my my comb upstairs. I'm gonna go grab it real quick.
Of course, yeah.
All right, I'll be back.
I'll cook up something that isn't this stew.
Greatly
mean,
appreciated.
Thank you. Going upstairs real quick.
I assume you don't eat chicken.
Well, I don't.
Perfect. I'll do something else.
Anything's fine. I can pick it out.
Mushroom stew.
Perfect.
So you go upstairs.
Tero's like right on the stairs, just like listening.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to get you to go back at least into the hall a little bit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what do you...
Sounds fun to me.
I mean, if you want to reveal yourself, I mean, you kind of got a nice thing going on. Some anonymity, I don't want to blow up your spot. Didn't want to make that choice for you.
It's not really anonymous. I was arrested. The Baron knows my face, and my face is all over these posters. So having some people who could help shelter me and maybe keep my face hidden a little bit could be nice.
Rock and roll. Maybe, it's not too far away. Maybe we could... I bet fucking Stinky Knuckles got some sort of cloak you could borrow. We could find something to maybe. If you got a very specific look, maybe we can get you like a cloak or something.
Hmm?
Just while we're in city. I mean, I don't want to, let your freak flag fly, but
I mean, I appreciate the invisibility, certainly.
oh,
That's been very
I can-
helpful.
I can only do it for an hour or so, though.
Yeah, it was very helpful last night.
I did not imagine that would happen. I'll be honest, that was
He
not.
looked right through me. It was delightful.
Damn. Well, yeah. If you want to go down and meet this guy, I'm just gonna head back down there, and it's up to you. We can also, meet you outside if you want to take a couple more, an hour or two more, not to join us. But hey, like I said, it's up to you. I'm gonna head back down.
All right.
All right, cool. Let me go back down.
Okay.
Back downstairs. Oh, hey, you got yourself a mud step. You want me to fix that?
Oh, I would appreciate it.
Okay, I'm gonna fix it. Then he starts just living up, cast and mend, trying to fix that gross stair.
Okay. He's behind the counter, just on like a little tiny little like hearth that he has behind the counter, and looks like he's just boiling some sort of mush. Throw mushrooms in and whatever he can like find in the pantry. Don't really cook for people much, excited from them. Look, it's tough. Not many people want to stand up against the Baron. We have a few scattered all about the city. You've been trying to get the smugglers involved, but they've not really show much interest in working with outsiders, which is fair.
I'm sure there's a lot more people who hate the Baron just as much as you do. They just don't feel like they have the power to do anything about it.
Well, it's hard
so
to
they keep
resist.
quiet.
It's hard to resist them. Hard to resist
Exactly.
the worms. Hard to resist the Dominion.
While they're talking, is it set up where the where he's standing at the bar, his back is to the stairs?
Yeah.
Tero, I would like to try and just sneak up as close as I can, so Tero's like leaning on the bar next to him,
Yeah, easily done.
and just see how long it takes for him to notice he's just standing there.
Mid-conversation, he turns around to address the rest, and he just sees you standing there.
Hello.
Hello, and goes back to stirring the stew. Pauses. Slowly turns around. And just points.
I understand you were looking for me.
Looks to everybody else that's down here. And back to
Oh,
you.
he just suddenly appeared at the counter. He's a ninja.
Oh my goodness, you're better than I thought.
My passive deception is 17.
Did you hear what I was talking about?
I did.
Would you be interested in leading a small group of people, into the Baron's estate to kill him?
Well, the difficult thing there is just walking in and attempting to slit his throat is probably not going to work.
Abe just raises up a hand. If you all recall, Benny gave me a detailed map of all of the secret tunnels beneath the city that they use. That might be able to help.
I think if we're going to kill the Baron, we need a more sophisticated plan and some more coordination to achieve it.
Of course.
Hmm.
Ideally, it would take days to plan, like not immediately right now.
Likely need something to draw attention away from the estate. You mentioned body doubles, so we need to make sure it's the right one we're killing, unless we just kill all of them.
He has a couple body doubles. Few, from what we've gathered, remain on the grounds, and he uses the others to attend personal errands around the city.
Mm.
So nobody
The real
knows.
one's always at the city, okay. Or is it the estate?
Hopefully. I would imagine so.
Mm-hmm. How many people do you have?
Myself, Knuckles, a few local business owners, one of the corpse burners, looks around again. We're trying to get the people, the weird elementalists or whatever, fucking the philosophers, the planar people, the weird wizard people who moved in 2 buildings down a few nights ago. Trying to coerce them into it, but they don't seem interested. They're all academic.
Oh, do they not?
They're too busy with their studies.
Hmm. And if the Rime King or the Baron were to interrupt their studies, maybe they would find themselves inclined to assist.
Hopefully.
He's gonna look at Scooch with that. It's like, we have their thing. Actually, Tero is real quick because I sometimes forget he can do this. He's gonna set up his mental connection with Scooch and Samira for the next 8 hours.
Okay.
So we can talk.
Sure.
And Scooch, Samira, and probably Crearyn, because Abe can just
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
do
yeah.
that without, yeah.
Yeah.
And so we can talk. We can just talk.
Well, what do you... I mean, we can... It's a valuable artifact, but it seems like the people that we'd be returning it to might be also opposed to the Baron and the Rime King.
And this is telepathic that you're doing, Tero?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh dear. Oh, that's right.
Oh no, Tero. What are you
that's
doing?
I forget that. That's whole city, isn't it?
Oh,
14.
14. Okay.
did my casting alter self do anything or no? That's the
Yep.
second
No, it's just
level
telepathic
okay,
communication.
okay.
Yeah. Oh right, Abe's not included because of the Ring of Mind shielding. Yeah, that's right. I was lulled into a false sense of security.
I will say, while you've been in this city, you all have had this kind of creeping, like, sense that you're being followed.
Mm-hmm.
And Tero, you found somebody following you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I had an idea when he mentioned doubles.
Samira, wisdom saving throw.
Oh fuck!
Stop using it.
I thought it was just because Tero activated it. Oh, my wisdom saves are not good. 17.
Something is eavesdropping.
I'm gonna get halfway into
You're
my
aware
sentence and then just
that
stop.
something is eavesdropping. Like, you get the sense that something is, hearing this conversation. Or sensing it, at least.
Okay.
So you'd be aware
I'm
that
just gonna...
any telepathic conversation in this city...
can be heard
Yeah.
by something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I'm just gonna stop mid-sentence.
when Abe talks with us, then is it completely safe, or is it only they can only not hear his end of the conversation?
Don't know.
Well, his
Okay.
is only one way anyway.
Oh, is it? I thought he could do two
No,
way.
no, his is only one way. Yeah.
Gotcha.
He can
Okay,
tell
that's
us things, we can't tell him things.
Gotcha. Okay.
At least psychically.
Yeah, Tero's gonna. Tero did not recognize that, so he's gonna look over at Samira, just like,
We should probably look on finding ourselves another place to sleep tonight, just to keep everybody else on their toes.
Well,
all right.
if you need to find another secret spot, I know of a few.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
I've got a few too from the map, but I don't want to blow up the smugglers' spot where they went.
Yeah.
So, well, the catacombs, I mentioned the catacombs are kind of a rough spot.
Mm-hmm.
The lower floors are a bit condemned and closed. We've set up some, let's say, camps down in the lower levels. If you're interested, of course, it's a little bit gross down there, and the way to get down can be a bit. Ugh. As if
How far down?
Couple hundred.
When's the last time you checked in on these camps?
Yesterday?
Everything was good
Yeah.
down there?
Yeah.
Because we went down. I was checking out down a few hundred feet down below a different part of the city, and it was filled with brains and mind flayers.
What?
Yes,
Looks at Abe.
like him but bad.
He's one of the good ones.
Well, I get that. He's not eating my brain right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So the brain-eating types are...
Well, I checked in yesterday. Like,
How did you check in?
went down there.
Would Abe know if they'd be able to, like, rewrite someone's memories to, like, think that, they saw everything being fine?
Well, they could have, scrambled your memory. Could they? Oh, shit. Okay, maybe not the catacombs then. The clock tower.
Yeah. Where exactly? Yeah. Could you describe where in the catacombs the place is?
Well, you gotta sneak through the corpse burning pits, just a couple blocks east. And then big old spiral down through the flooded chamber. So basically you gotta swim underwater for a bit. Very narrow cave passages, easy to get lost and disoriented down there. One guy
Just like
got lost and drowned, and we couldn't find him. So
leaning over Abe's shoulder and looking at, because Abe, did Abe take the map
Abe
out?
has the map out of all the secret
If we're just,
tunnels and passages.
Leaning over, can we find the area he's describing on there?
They intersect.
Like, so that would crisscross with the...
Like they intersect, but like there's a bit that looks like it's caved in apart. So they would have once at one point been connected, but there's like a hand drawn little like cave in, and it says purposefully caved in to seal off a tunnel. Basically just like to maintain security, they said something was sealed
Okay.
off.
So like there's potentially a very tenuous barrier.
Like they don't have the area where the brains are on the map, because that is all not part of this. But
Right.
where the,
But we could,
the smuggler's base and the catacombs are very, very close together.
Yeah.
And through the smuggler's left tunnel, when Benny and them left, they took the right passage. The left passage would intersect with the catacombs eventually, and that's been sealed off.
Okay. So this is another path into the catacombs.
Yeah.
Separate from the smugglers.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is like through the corpse burning pits, through the actual entrance of the catacombs.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So what I was asking is like, does it look like the area he's describing look like it's in a similar place to where Tero spied?
Probably like a couple 100 feet above it.
But like above it, not like
Yeah, like
above,
this.
like
Directly
okay.
above almost.
Oh yeah, they should get out of there.
You mentioned that?
He's like, you should probably get out of there. Yeah.
Okay, I will send a letter, message, communication. We also have an area in the clock tower.
Oh.
We have an agreement with the keeper of the clock keeper, the clock man,
The bell ringer,
the bell ringer. Yes.
for whom the bell tolls.
Yes.
The
We call him
Chrono Daimyo.
we call him Bell End Bill.
Oh.
Not really, but I like the name.
Yeah.
You should bring it up to him.
We have hidden spots all over the city. They're not great, but they're in
Fine.
places where the worms usually wouldn't check.
We've probably slept in worse places, to be honest.
Oh, I imagine. So,
I mean, we made it through the night here.
of course.
No offense.
Absolutely, none taken. This place is meant to look like shit to keep people away. That's why nothing's ever maintained.
Yeah, I'm hoping maybe you can get a little bit of sleep.
It's hard, you know. It's just been hearing voices all the time, whispers, and people talking to me
Anyone you recognize?
occasionally, which is weird. I heard my mom the other night, and she's been dead for 20 years.
Did she die in the city?
No.
Interesting.
She's burned at the stake a couple towns over.
Oh, yeah.
Lord.
Yeah. Dominion said she was practicing witchcraft, so they burned her to death. The village was Hawk Mist. They burned down the village too. And that was the village you all passed through on your way here. That was all like destroyed.
Oh, the burned down village?
Yeah.
Between here and Tundrathal?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's where I'm from.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And then anyone who survived, they rounded up and sent here. They've been doing their best to kind of get people away from the smaller settlements and usher them into the bigger settlements. They said they want to keep people protected.
Sure.
I think they just want to keep an eye on people.
That's probably more it.
Well, you're all interested in helping take down the Baron and liberating Volkil?
I would like to finish what I started.
If we can secure a foothold and get people, if we can secure Volkil, we can move into securing the rest of the region. Without Volkil, the Worms and Dominion would lose a major foothold they have here. Of course, the Rime King could show up and be like, nah, fuck that. But
Yeah. I mean,
I think if we take out one of his
major puppets.
major puppets, it might weaken them a bit.
Major
Or
puppets.
Or
there's an or here.
Yes.
keep digging.
Well,
Find that ore.
well, you said recently that the Baron has employed several body doubles,
Of course.
ones that are convincingly the Baron,
Very
as far as anyone's
very
concerned.
convincing.
Well, all we need to do then is take a little extra time and preparation and find out which of them is the least loyal.
Oh, that's a good idea.
If we kill the Baron but keep it a secret and have one of his body doubles pretend to be him, then the Rime King doesn't know that the Baron is dead. And then you have a Baron.
We would. We wouldn't be able to make any major changes, otherwise things would get viewed as suspicious.
Well, yes, you could go slowly, or you'd have to be subtle about it, but it could potentially allow for a foothold that the Rime King wouldn't know about until it was too late.
I'm just confused as to why a dragon would be so keen on having meager, basic human puppets in power. Why not install people with actual power and abilities?
Maybe he doesn't want people usurping him if they get too powerful.
Maybe there's more to the Baron than meets the eye.
That's also possible.
All he does is just sit around.
That you know of.
Or there's already a double.
Or having that much power is what allows him to have the luxury of being able to just sit around.
That's true. That's true. Okay. You can choose to stay here. It's fine by me. I'll keep you safe and hidden and protected. I won't let anyone know that your friend here is here. There are other places to hide. You don't have to take one of the ones I've suggested that we're connected to. but we have people all around. Here. And he takes out a piece of parchment and, like, pours a bit of candle wax on it, pulls something out of his pocket and presses it into the wax and makes, like, a wax seal, blows on it and hands it to Tero. It's a symbol of, like, a jackdaw, and, like, and it's, got, like, a little knife in its beak. This is what we're using for our symbol. It's nothing super fancy, crazy, special. But if you show it to certain people, they'll know. And the way to know if you can trust somebody is you should find this little symbol hidden in obscure places around the city, like painted on things, or hanging up in somebody's shop.
Tero's gonna look around to see if he can find it in here.
It's hanging just above the door, hidden in the rafters a little bit. They're usually tucked away and hidden. If they're ever spotted, we say it's a religious symbol, and that kind of it ends the questions a little bit, even though religion is outlawed here too a little bit. They don't press it too much when they realize that we're revering something that hasn't been confirmed to exist. So they just view it as, oh, these are just crazy people. Perfect.
All right. I will keep an eye out for that.
I will send a communication to the people in the catacombs and tell them to get the fuck out, if it's not too late. Yeah, if you want, there's somebody in the clock tower who could cover you. But again, just look for this symbol throughout the city, and you should be able to find someone that would be willing to offer you shelter.
All right.
And whatever else you may need to take down the Baron. But yeah, I think we should definitely scout these maps your friend has. That's very convenient. And gather allies. There is only a handful of us willing to do this rebellion, and I think we would need more than just a handful to take on. We would need distractions. Get the worms away from the palace, from the castle perhaps, or at least distract them. There is somebody in the city, but they've been missing for a few days. An alchemist who was creating something to help with said diversions, but we haven't heard from him in a few days.
That might be worth looking into.
Yeah.
He was working in the corpse pits.
Sounds like we need to head over
where
there.
you see where corpses get buried and stuff. This sort of substance grows that's highly volatile.
What's his name again?
Are you willing to help with this rebellion?
Oh, yeah.
His name's Scratch. That's what he goes by.
That name feels familiar to me. The player. What was the name of the dude who the worms killed in Hrungar?
Oh yeah, good question. Hrungar.
Yeah, Hrungar.
The really old guy.
That was
like
the
breaking.
freaky deaky
That was
dude
breaking
who
into.
was yeah.
Breaking into houses.
Wasn't he also Scratch?
Oh shit, maybe. Hold on. Let's find out together.
Wait, what was the name of the guy that was with us at our execution that exploded himself?
Oh, that guy too.
He was a gnome.
He was with the Vanguard.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
He was with the Vanguard. Yeah.
That was.
Fuck that guy.
That was Homer Fizzlecane.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. He died.
He did die.
He died.
Um.
Because Scratch sounds real familiar.
Does
It might have been something similar.
Scrappy.
Scrappy,
Scrappy was
okay.
the old guy that was digging around.
Okay. Similar, but not the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, their name's Scratch. They were helping out.
That would have been really funny, though.
It would have been great. Oh, yeah, well.
He's alive! Or he went missing a couple days ago.
Yeah, he's been working with the corpse pits because, where bodies are buried, if they're buried in certain materials, a substance can form that is highly volatile, he says. It's called,
Definitely worth
what's
looking
it
into.
called?
Sassafras.
No, it's called saltpeter.
Oh.
I thought you were gonna say acrid. I was like, Justin, you said it was gone.
But you said.
Oh, I know. Yeah, called saltpeter, something like that. He's a weird guy, little kobold. So you can look for him if you want help with that. But yeah, there should be people all around the city to help you out if you just look for that symbol. Don't show the symbol until you find it somewhere. Otherwise, it might draw attention.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, totally.
But you're all willing to help? Okay. Well then. I should introduce myself then. My name is Hans.
Han Solo?
No.
Well.
Hans Burgess.
Burgess.
Burgess. Yeah. Basically Hannibal Burgess, but not Hans Burgess.
Hans Burger.
I look forward to seeing what you can do. And he looks at Tero. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Looks around. Did you kill the guy in the alleyway?
I said you could ask me a question. I did say I would answer.
Oh. Cool. For the first time, he looks hopeful. When you've seen him, he looks miserable and tired. Now he actually looks like he's a little hopeful now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. I'll contact the people in the catacombs and let them know that we might have some actual good help. And you all look the rest of you do look capable. I will say.
Well, not as capable as our buddy over here.
Oh, don't sell yourself short. You're all very capable, wonderful people.
Okay. I won't keep you any much longer. I have some people to talk to.
Of course, yeah.
And he grabs like a shitty moleskin, greasy, black, heavy moleskin coat. One of those like flappy ear trapper hats. Okay, perfect. And he goes out the back door.
Is Knuckles still down here?
Oh, Knuckles left too, like a while ago.
Well, it seems you have a run of the inn.
So, Tero, you know that mind trick you can do?
Mm-hmm.
Or something's listening in.
Oh.
Oh, Monte the Elder Brain.
Yeah, that's why I kind of stopped mid-sentence.
All right.
Alright, so no telepathic speech from any of you until whatever's down below the city's also dealt with.
Mm-hmm.
When we get far enough away.
Or we get far enough away.
Right. All right.
Anyway, I was saying a possible way we could get in is I could disguise myself to look like one of the doubles. Pretend to be one of them, get close enough. Let Tero in.
To the Baron's Manor?
Yeah.
Just getting inside the building is not difficult.
Yeah, but I could get you into the Baron's room. Maybe.
Samira, if you know that magic exists in this world, and you're an incredibly paranoid person to the point of hiring body doubles, do you think maybe you might also employ things like passwords?
And physical checks, they could probably tell that you're not the Baron by just... There's probably ways to figure out that, oh, this is actually the double and not someone in disguise.
I mean, I'm pretty good at disguises.
Right, but are you good enough to risk your life walking right into the Baron's estate, looking him dead in the eyes, and saying, "Hello, I am the body double you hired, who you have had a working relationship with for weeks"?
I mean, if I get a minute alone with him, yeah. With the double, at least. AKA, I have the actor's fee and I get advantage on deception checks when I pretend to be other people.
Yes, but you need to know the information.
That's what Abe's for.
But, if they have passwords, I'm not going to know the passwords.
Well, if we got the double and you ate his brain, then we could.
Oh, actually, yes.
Yeah, see, I was thinking about this.
We would just need to find a double first to kill and eat his brain. Yes, that's
exactly.
okay.
Yeah.
Right, that's okay.
But
yes,
I also think
that's
we should
it.
work with the people planning the rebellion.
Yeah,
too.
this is a...
This
is
is
in addition to the distraction.
This city is massive and there's worms everywhere.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I like my idea of finding out which of the Baron's body doubles might be willing to shut the fuck up and be the Baron.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
There's also the people that Hans mentioned, the alchemist Scratch, and then those two elementalists people.
Yes, that's who I was talking about before I was overheard. I think I was speaking in couched enough language that it was, and I didn't get very far. But I'm pretty sure that thing in the bag was stolen from them by Carver. He was breaking into the house and sneaking out and looking around after he took it. So if we're looking to get them on our side, returning their magic thing and being like, "Hey, the Baron's people stole this from you. We're bringing it back."
Why would the Baron's people want something that makes a lot of cold?
Well, the Rime King is an ice dragon, so maybe that has something to do with it. They also are currently lacking the brain and heart and other magical things that were producing essential parts of their operation, and maybe that's a replacement?
Oh.
It makes cold. It's probably cold magic. It might do other things. If all it did was make things cold, I'm pretty sure Scooch would have been able to tell us what it did.
That's true, man. Maybe it's some sort of cold fusion device,
Oh,
sort of,
you know what?
Energy.
How big is this thing?
It's like this,
that big?
It's like this big around.
Would you say it's about the size of a dragon eye?
No.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's like one of the dragon's eyes or something.
It's a little small for that.
It also
Yeah.
it looks just like a gem.
Metaphorically.
Well, what's the plan then? What are we gonna do today? Who are we gonna go after? What lead we gonna follow?
We could start with the magicians.
They are very close.
Yeah.
Curious what people knowing magic are doing in the city as well, especially since it's so locked up and not permitted without a license.
Oh.
If they have licenses, at the very least, I could probably try to forge some for us.
I will say one thing, though. We would have to incriminate ourselves, or at least myself, as being involved in the murder of the person. Well, we don't need to connect those dots for them entirely.
Found this.
We could always see if they have a jackdaw outside their room. Or in it.
They wouldn't. We know that.
They might.
No, they don't. That's what he just said, that they're not working with the resist. He just said this. They're not
Have
working
you
with
seen their room?
No, but if they did, then he would have told us that. That's a completely different
You also
situation than
noticed
what he just
that
outlined.
Hans was so excited that he forgot to take the stew off the hearth, and it's just overcooked.
Is it one of those is it one of those swing arms?
Yeah.
Tero's just gonna mage hand and just swing it.
I'm just out here causing trouble. I apologize.
I also don't want to. That's a very important, powerful magic item, and I don't want to just bargain it away back to the people we got it from if we don't think it would be worthwhile.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt just to say hi and get a read of the situation.
We could also leave. We could also not bring it with and say, "Hello, we understand this has been stolen from you by the Baron's people. We can get it back from you. Let's have a conversation."
How would we
I
explain
like
that
that
we know it
approach.
was stolen by the Baron's people?
We don't have to explain. We can just say, "We know this has been stolen from you," which is true. We were stolen by the Baron's people, and
I bet you
see what
everyone
the-
has eyes everywhere in this city. Someone saw something.
well, he didn't make it very far.
Someone
He
could
made
have
it-
seen something
There was a sleeping vagrant. That's about it.
that you saw.
Yes.
I'm saying there could have been more eyes.
Well, I hope
Not that they
'cause
saw
then would've-
you.
Well, they probably
They might
would
have
if I-
seen. Yeah.
Well, you don't know.
Sorry, I'm interrupting.
People would assume that the party would assume that they saw this Tero. Nobody knows that. They
Oh
would
yeah,
see-
he's not correcting.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, "They would've seen it."
Yeah.
Point is, I think it's worth making introductions and being like, "Hello, you've been stolen from. We have a lead to get it back from you, and the Baron's at fault. Thoughts on that?"
It's a good lead. Doesn't really hurt not to check in with them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Worst they could do is say no, and then we keep their gem.
Yeah.
Scooch, what do you think about finding this alchemist with his explosive, volatile substances?
I think that's a pretty good place to start. I think having any sort of powerful advantage where, since we can't use magic, having a sort of powerful advantage is probably going to end up being a good thing. And also having a group of people we can count on. I mean, this crazy dude, Bill, sounds like someone who might be good in a pinch, and talking to Scratch and then talking to the other people. I think we should learn some stuff. A little I'm not sure if I fully trust anyone yet.
I think
We
that's a
have been
smart way to go.
We've been taken in before, so but
Yeah, same.
yeah.
Smart to be cautious until we know more about the
You
situation.
know what we could do? We could scope this place out first.
We could see if there's any trapdoors or anything.
At which place was it, Harry?
This tavern
Here.
to see if they're actually like full on who they say they are. They've got to have some sort of evidence here.
So you don't
Wouldn't
do-
hurt.
I keep forgetting Crearyn's here too.
Mm-hmm.
We could look around, yeah. Like they most likely have a quarters if they're staying here. I doubt they would leave anything behind though if with us here. So
I mean, we haven't left yet, but this disguise spell only lasts so long, and I only can cast it so many times without anyone seeing, at least.
also, I think the only person they're going to be concerned to be looking for is Tero. I think the rest of us are generally okay.
We gotta get you a cloak or
I
something.
was kind of in the middle of a performance when G and I got arrested.
Right.
Just like, yeah. Maybe not as high profile as Tero, but some people might recognize me.
So we should probably do what we're going to do and do it quick then.
Probably. yes.
Exactly.
Alright. Whatever you all decide to do. I'm not really here.
I think we should talk with the elementalists first. That's just my opinion.
Arcanists, let's do it.
All right.
Yeah.
You all step out of the tavern into the still very dark morning. It's probably 9 a.m. Sunrise is still a couple hours away. And you make your way over to the building. Tero knows the way.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you just said two buildings down to this opulent manor estate, just outside of the. Well, actually, it is in the poor region, so it is the only good-looking building in this region, and it looks like it's recently maintained. It's been painted like blue and white, so it stands out because every other thing else is gray and dark stone. This is blue and white stone. With like a weird perennial colorful flower garden out front, which also wouldn't work in this climate.
Should we just knock?
The front door is it's this big blue oak door with like snowflakes like carved and etched into the wood, and this is brilliant sort of display of like symbols.
Is there a jackdaw among the symbols?
There is not.
Okay.
Thank you for asking.
I would feel dumb if I at least didn't ask. All right.
I mean, he did mention they weren't part of the rebellion.
That's what I was. Oh, yes, but then
I know.
somebody brought it up so much. I was like, well, now I gotta ask.
Just want to cover all our bases. Is all I'm saying. I'm just gonna knock.
I should be out of sight.
Yeah, get up on like a balcony or something.
That'd make me more in sight from the street. Tara's just gonna like hide around a corner, like
Sure.
somewhere.
I don't know how to hide.
You take the left. You take the left alley because the right alley is where Carver's dead.
Yeah. Well, presumably they've moved his corpse by
They
now.
did, yeah. But it's still like a closed.
Yeah,
that alley
it's
is
been a
closed
few
off.
hours.
That alleyway is
Yeah.
just closed
Yeah.
off. Crime scene. All right, Tara, you hide in the other alley.
Yeah.
Anybody knocking on the door?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Just a moment. You hear a couple locks unlock. Door opens, and standing there is this about 6 foot tall, whitish blue skinned humanoid with like combed back, white hair that goes down to their shoulders with like streaks of blue through it. Their eyes are like bluish white. They're wearing like this sleek, high collared, blue and white cloak or coat, with like a flowing cloak behind them. They have a very like chiseled jawline. Their ears are slightly pointed and elf-like, but not like as prominent as an elf's pointed ears. These are a little bit smaller. Hello, how may I assist you? Sorry, we're not taking any visitors at the moment. We've been burgled and we're trying to figure out what else of value has been stolen before we open to the public again. My apologies.
Something was stolen. Sorry. Do you
Yes.
mind us asking what it was?
It's a highly valuable item.
Well, we're kind of the folks for hire. We could probably help find it for you.
Of course you could.
Are you insinuating something, friend?
They just look you up and down and gesture to what you're wearing and your outfit and how you look.
Well, I can promise you I didn't steal anything from your lovely...
Oh, I'm not
Home.
saying you stole anything. I'm just doubt that you'd be able to help us find what we're looking for.
Doubt has gotten a lot of people nowhere fast. Why don't you give us a chance? Maybe this is the beginning of a new friendship.
Why are you so interested?
You mentioned you were missing something, and I just thought we could help. We just happened to be walking by and saw the crime scene.
Not many people.
Wanted to ask a few questions.
Not many people in this city are looking to help. Not many people in this city are helpful.
Well, that's where we're different because we're not from the city.
You're not from the city.
Nope. Not a day.
When did you arrive?
Yesterday. Technically, I'm just saying I've never. This has
You
never
arrived yesterday.
It's never been a permanent address for me.
Arrived yesterday. Our object.
Tero is just like sitting off around the corner, like, what the fuck are you two doing?
Arrived yesterday. Our object went missing yesterday. A man was found dead yesterday.
Uh huh. I'll be
Hey.
honest. I don't know what's going on here.
Fair. Neither do I. Don't know why there's strangers at my door asking. Pry. They twiddle their fingers around the air a little bit, and you can see these brief little manifestations of like ice and snowflakes drifting around them. They look at Abraham. Momentary glance at Abraham. Momentary glance at Samira. Momentary glance at Crearyn. And then they linger on Scooch. A good thief would not come to the place they've burgled, so I assume you're not said thief. Please come in.
Okay, sure.
Tero's like, you didn't leave it at the inn?
This is why Tero's the rogue.
Didn't mention it.
I know. Tero was
So
just
they
like,
gesture.
I thought the plan was clear.
They gesture for you
I
guys.
did not know the plan.
They gesture.
No, I know.
It's fine.
Tero's not.
They
Tero's not
gesture.
a planner or a leader.
They
Tero's
gesture.
an improviser.
They gesture for you guys. They gesture for you to step in.
Sure.
Each of the people that they can see, they don't see Tero.
Mm-hmm.
They close the door behind them. They lock the door. As I said, I don't believe a good thief would come back to the place they've burgled. I sense you have what I'm looking for on your person. I sense
Yeah,
it.
what the fuck is it?
This is tied to nature itself, to the elemental planes. This can rewrite the entire climate of this continent with a snap of your fingers.
Okay.
It would seem I would owe you for returning it.
You know, we're just a couple of travelers trying to do what's right.
Hey. You gotta wait for them to talk first. We've entered negotiations.
Come, join me and my partner for tea. We can discuss more there.
Quick, just over the table question.
Yeah,
Do I recognize this elf at all
they're not
from
an
my
elf.
past?
They're not an elf.
Half elf.
Not half elf.
Not a half elf.
You don't know what they are.
No.
They're humanoid, but
Okay.
they yeah.
With slightly pointed ears. Okay.
Join me and my
Cool.
partner for
Cool,
tea.
cool.
We can discuss how you came about this item and go from there. Strangers of the city.
You got it.
And they lead you towards the tea parlor. That's we're gonna end the session for the week.
Is Tero still outside, or was he able to sneak in behind us?
I think he's still outside.
Tero's still outside.
Yeah, he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to break into their house and fuck this up.
But yeah, we'll pick up there next week, depending on how my health is. So yes, goodbye everybody. Toodaloo.
Bye.
Unfortunately, the two of you missed Carve or Die. Oh no. Bye.
Oh.